Hi there. Hello. It's the Weasel. But yeah, hi, hello. It's a Thursday and I'm back. I'm back at my bullshit back again. And yeah. So today I'm gonna try something different, but it shouldn't make too much of a difference to you. Like it's gonna be a different thing on my end, not your end. You will not see it. You may notice it, but you may not see it. It's just for today. It's a thing that I have to deal with. So in about what I'm gonna say like 40 minutes or so, give or take. I'm gonna take a BRB and I'll be back as soon as I can. I'm not gonna take too long, but yes. All right, let's go. Also, let's see. I see Wook. Hi, hello. Wook says it's woozling time. Tasmaniac Devil. Hello. Hi. They say it's ricking time. I saw you around. I saw you around. Um, all I can say is I really like your one of your characters that I've been seeing. Um, he's a fun guy. Chip says unionize Weasel. Hi, hello. On Scrappy, Scrappy too. Scrappy, you made it in time. Hooray! Scrappy says hiya woos. Colon 3, don't stress too much about that VRB. It'll be fine. Take the time you need. Yeah, no, it's just a thing that I have to go and check and then being back quick. But yeah. It's just let me set everything up. That works. That works too. Yeah, okay. Alright, got it. So, last time, let me get my silly art on. Including the fat Arcanine, which is just there because, I don't know. Why not? Okay, so I think I was gonna talk with Chairman something. So let's this way. Yeah. Effective immediately, the Ranger Union certifies you to the position of Top Ranger. You're hereby recognized as the 11th and one of the only 12 chosen Top Rangers around the world. Huh? The peace of the Almia region is under growing threat. We must have your help. Jeez, only 12? Wook says Bidoof, Arcanine, M. the Rick. Their starter Pokemon. Specifically, like the Scrimlow. You know what? Now that I notice the sizes, the Ricks on the left feel like an evolution line. The Scrimlow Rick is like the first one, then it evolves into the one in school, the one that Strike made, and then the last stage is the big one, the one that Vegeta drew. It is like an evolutionary line. Fun. Okay. Town's Ranger Base and the Ranger Union share the same goal. It is to maintain peace in the Almia region. I'm sorry. Sorry for being late. What? Welcome, the 12th Top Ranger. Your arrivals mean that of the 12 Top Rangers, 4 are based in Almia. Incidentally, haven't you two noticed? I suppose it's understandable from being so nervous, but you should both be very familiar to each other, dears. Turn your surprised faces from me and look at each other. Hey! If it isn't Rick, I didn't clue in at all. The other new Top Ranger is you, Rick? Wow. Ahaha! Caught you off your guard, did we? To punish this so-called Team Dim's son, we needed more Top Rangers. That's why we chose you two youngsters and summoned you. It's a major promotion. Born from an inspiration shared by Irma and me. If things don't work out, it'll be solely our responsibility to bear. You two are free to do as you wish without restraint. Oh, don't tell me that. like, they don't give me even 24 hours, and I've already like made a pile of ranger uniform boots, and I'm just sitting in the middle of it. And then I just say, well, you told me I could do anything I wanted. Wolk says, what moves do Rick have? Boot stomp, commissioning art, can't come up with more. I wouldn't call commissioning art a move. I mean, it's a bit shameless, but all 3 pieces on the left, they were gifts, so I don't think that's very representative of me. There's I don't know what kind of moves I would give Rick, but Rick is a, I'm gonna say the Scrimblow one is like normal type. But I would say like Rick is definitely dark type. For sure. Scrappy says, being illegally damn adorable, predictable, I know, but hey, I speak truth. Wook says, begging for art, good distracting move. I won't deny that. I present you with the symbol of top rangers, the Fine Styler. Oh, cool. Which is, I believe, the one that my big counterpart on the left is wearing on his wrist. Whoa, a Fine Styler? Awesome. Now we can't do the cool move of throwing the Styler in the air because now it's on our arm. See? Pume. Now we can throw it in the air. Power charge is now usable. Let me describe how the Fine Styler is different. The Fine Styler can charge up power for making captures more easily. We've cleverly named this feature Power Charge. It's the biggest change from the stylers you've used up to now. Rather than attempting to capture right away, use the Power Charge. By charging power, you'll convey more feelings of friendship to your target. It's a feature that will help you make your capture attempts more efficient. Oh boy. It's a Bidoof. You're bright enough to learn how to do a power charge right away. First deploy the capture disc like so, then simply wait on the spot. As you can see, the capture disc steadily charges power. When the capture disc is fully charged, encircle your target Pokemon. Normally, looping a target conveys only a certain amount of the ranger's feelings. However, by charging up power, twice the ranger's feelings are conveyed. Oh, that's fun. If you release the capture disc, or if it collides with anything, it loses its charge. If that happens, you'll have to do a power charge again. Put the power charge to good use. It's a highly effective tool. You'll find it much easier to capture even the trickiest Pokemon. Practice makes perfect. Oh, hi, oh, Woke. Thanks for the sub. Wow, 4 months. 4 months already? Woke says, I do not know how to get rid of this thing, only to share it in chat. Well, thankies. Thankies from Wheeze. That's enough of that. That will do for your orientation. Keith, I know why you were late getting here. On the way here, you stopped to save Pokemon controlled by Team Dim Sun. Townspeople who saw this were delighted and they phoned in their thanks. That's what is expected of the Pokemon Rangers. Well everyone, let's return to our jobs. The 2 newcomers should come see me in the operation room later. Oh, I want an operation. I got commended right off the bat. But boy oh boy, you bet I'm surprised. This guy sounds like Norami. I'm just gonna headcanon him with Norami's voice. I never thought I'd be a top ranger with you, Rick. This Weasel is my partner. We met in the Fiori region. I adore it. That's it? And I have a bunch of Pokemon with me. Why are you following me? Oh, hi, Strybeck. Hello. Strybeck says, "What's up, Ricolas?" I'm good. Do you call me Ricolas? Alright, let's try it. Oh boy, that's... This is a lot of time. But it works. Scrappy says Ricolas, Weasley, Whitechester Ham. Damn. You have too many friends. Get rid of friends? Yes, please. I want to get rid of friends. Where do they want to see me? Operation room? Isn't that here, or is it... Top Rangers are generally expected to think and operate on their own. A Top Ranger is his or her own leader, in other words. Yeah. Woke says, "I'll be calling him Dad from now on." No! The operators here can be considered top operators. They do tend to chatter too much, however. Okay, people, let's not be rude. Introduce yourselves to our new faces. Hi, I'm Linda. Nice to meet you. I don't think I'm really chatty, but I'm sure not the silent type. Hi, I'm Marcus. You don't need to learn my name, though. I mean, it's not as if you don't have enough to memorize already. What? Yeah, it's true. Why do they keep introducing me to new people throughout the entire game? Hi, my name is Ridme. I haven't been here very long because I graduated not even a year ago and... Wait, you two. You're Rick and Keith. What are you two doing here? I'm sorry we didn't tell you, but you three being here is no coincidence. We were informed about your trio from Miss April of the Ranger School. You pledged to make your dreams come true in Ascension Square. The fact that all three of you have held on to those dreams brought you here. One last thing. Top Rangers have the right to assign missions to themselves. Rely on your experience, believe in your instincts, and know who you are helping. You are responsible for your own actions. Top Rangers do not answer to a leader. Of course, don't hesitate to approach your seniors for advice. That said, the senior Top Rangers are all in the field now. They are investigating far and wide to solve the mystery of the Dark Stone. Oh, speaking of senior Top Rangers, we have a transmission from Sven? Sven, you're in the Chroma Highlands? Please confirm. You got it. Is that Linda here? There's something I want to pass on to Chairperson Irma. This place is crawling with Team Dim Sun minions. They're slowing me down. I'd like Irma to send a young ranger or two to help clear the vermin. Bleh. Understood. How convenient. Chairperson Irma! You overheard that whole exchange. That's what Sven once relayed to you. A young ranger or two, did he say? Then two he shall have. Rick and Keith, this is a good opportunity for you to go meet Sven. You two are to join Sven in the field. This is a mission from me. Perhaps you'll find it less than challenging for Top Rangers to do. Wook says, "Sweet boy Ricolas sounds great." No! Scrappy says, "Now I need to think of a full Wook name." Wook says, "Wook is Wook. My name is Andrei Kuharenko." Huh. Scrappy says, "Interesting and surprisingly casual name drop. I say my name, but it's so stupid you guys would die of cringe. I hate my name so much, Lemao." Traffic says, "So it's been a year since you graduated? Time sure flies in this region." I think, like, in-game, not even a month has passed. I'm not sure. Maybe. Scrappy says by the time the clock strikes 12, he'll be in a senior living home. Woke says, at Scrappy, I do not hide my real name like Rick. I have no need to hide it. Oh boy. Somebody's spunky. Shrek says, my real name is Harry Scanlon. Why are we doing this? Scrappy says, yeah, your name is cool. Mine's so gross. So damn gross. Also, Strybeck is like the only Henry I know. Scrappy says, people tell me my name is unique, but literally there's so many names I'd rather have. I getcha. Sven is in the Chroma Ruins, which are in the Chroma Highlands. You can get there by traveling east to the right from Altru Park. Sven has been chasing leads on the dark stones found in Gigaremu machines. He's a daredevil and a trifle offbeat. Trifle? Trifle? But he's also an excellent ranger. You know, an excellent... Okay, hold on. I need to make this joke make sense. Okay. I said he's an excellent ranger. Sorry, that's a bit of an obscure reference. Woke says, well, what's Ricola's real name then? It's Nanja. Okay, I guess we have a mission. Yay! Chip says, an excellent ranger. Scrappy says, Rikolai Riksky Korsakov. Oh man, you're gonna... I hope Woke doesn't kill you. Woke says, I bet his real name is like Kyle Johnson. I'm gonna say that's probably a cooler one. That's probably like a cooler one. Rick and Keith. Yes? I forgot to tell you something really important. Top Rangers can fly from place to place on Capture Star Raptor. Like that one. You can fly anywhere that you visited before, even if it was a single time. It feels sort of silly to say it myself, but they call me the Flying Ranger. It's because I love flying on my Star Raptor that much. Wow. Strybeck says, I know it, but I'll keep it a secret. Scrappy says, I'd literally kill to be named Kyle. Seriously. I like the name Kyle because it's in one of my favorite games. It's an important character in one of my favorite games. Chip says, my Sona's full name is Charles Eustace Goff. I love Eustace. It's like one of those like awkward... Oh! Okay. I was telling a story. Jeez. Okay, fine. Wow, that was nothing. I'm not even gonna charge. Fuck charging. But yeah, Eustace is quite the awkward middle name. It's fitting. Woke says, okay, Ricola it is. Welcome to Slavic family. Yes, of course, comrade. Scrappy says, Scrappy is just Scrappy. Oh, possum. I know it's lame, but hey, at least it's cute, no? I'm pretty sure that's a super common, like, possum last name. Strybeck says, there's an African wild dog named Kyle in Animal Crossing. Yeah, they lump him with the wolves, but I get that. But no, that's not the Kyle I'm referring to, weirdly enough. Woke says, comrade. Comrade? C-U-M, basically. I was gonna read that as C-U-M-R-A-G. Oh, Strybeck says comrade. Yeah, you know, it's what happens when you go to the com zone. Strybeck says, no, Scrappy says, I'll be honest, I stole the O Possum last name from an obscure host on Nick Jr. that lasted for like 4 years. host, you say? So it wasn't Face. I miss Face. Scrappy says, I was obsessed with that character for a month back in 2020. That was an awkward ass time. Okay, I'm going to admit I absolutely know where you come from with that. Because I've also had, like, awkward crushes myself. I had a phase in college where I was just absolutely obsessed with Mr. Peabody. Yes, the dog. Specifically the one from the movie. And I in fact, to prove it, I have a folder full of like images of Mr. Peabody. It's a phase that I look back and I'm like, like I'm lucid now, and I'm like, what was I thinking? That was weird. Oh, I gotta check if there's quests at last. There are quests. Okay, can I finally like turn the freaking cherry thing in? What's the Pokemon cherry like? Yes, that's the one. It's to the right. Oh, I think it's over here. I can finally get rid of the cherub. Scrappy says, at least it wasn't the Niarome era. I wish I could never discover Niarome. Well, that's adorable though. Scrappy says, thank God for Wily Coyote. That is a more... I'm gonna admit that's a more normal crush. But to be fair... I actually don't know what I was gonna say. Scrappy says, you're the first person to ever pronounce Niarome correctly right off the bat. It's a Japanese thing, so of course that's how you pronounce it. And I need to find the girls. I think it was these girls. Yes. Scrappy says, everyone else I knew would just say Nairomi or something dumb. Oh, it's... Okay, so... Yeah, no, the thing is, because Spanish is my native language, pronouncing Japanese names and things is just a lot easier and more intuitive. So yeah, you can just drop something like Japanese and I'll pronounce it as I'm aware it might be pronounced. Scrappy says, anyway, Wally Coyote is best crush, and Pepe Le Pew, and Sylvester, and... Okay, you get it, huh? No, I do get it. Oh my goodness. Wait. Hold on. Okay. No, I'm right. I'm right. Hold on, is the BRB moment is coming soon. Chip says, you won't find Adobe here in Niarome. Niarome. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that. Stravik says, don't both languages have the same vowel sounds or something? Yes, similar enough. Japanese basically defaults to like hard vowel sounds, the same way Spanish does. So they do go for a, e, I, o, u, which apparently those sounds are very difficult for English speakers. I don't get that. Oh, look, sis. It's a cute little cherrim. That isn't a cherrim, silly. Don't you agree, Ranger? Then what does cherrim look like? Please tell me, what kind of Pokemon is it? If that's not a cherrim, can you bring me a real one, please? Real ones should be on a cliff. Yes, high up on Peril Cliffs. That's where they are. Then, Ranger, please bring back a cherrim from the Peril Cliffs. Guess what? Oh yeah, bye with you. I got one! Right here! A real cherrim is so cute! Thank you kindly, Ranger. All happy now. That was super easy now. But yeah, Scrappy says exactly, and Chip says, but do they? But they do have some spectacular hotels. Shrebek says that's news to me. Wook says among fictional crushes, I currently have a weird one as well. Benjamin Mole, character from a furry book I ranted about to Ricolas before. I get that. Yep. Scrappy says, wait, a mole? Scrappy says, interesting choice by my standards, but I respect ya. Shrebek says, how long were you prepared for that again? For what? Wook says, that's an interesting part. His name is Mole, but his actual species is a raccoon. Oh. Scrappy says, fuck, I should have known it was gonna be something completely different. Scrappy says, raccoons are cute as hell. I know. In my case, my favorite raccoon be Rocket. Rocket is best. I love him. Also, regarding like Wile E. Coyote, I am more partial. Ooh, Ghost Offense. I'm partial towards his descendant, Techie Coyote. That'd be my husbando choice, cause I don't know. I'm a zillennial, I guess. Hey, look! Up on the pearl cliffs. Oh no. That shield will get stuck like that sometimes. It gets up there, but then gets stuck trying to get down. What? No. Oh boy, okay. It shouldn't be climbing in the first place, but I can understand wanting to climb too. Ranger, you should rescue that shield, and will you do it? Be careful. Alright, I guess we're doing side quests. Am I gonna just like, am I just gonna carry Keith with me the whole time? Shrebek says to show her a cherrim. Chip says raccoon in quotes. Hold on, that's Arabia was like, Raptor was bothering me. Scrappy says, oh yeah, Techie, rare, I forget about him too often. I mean, I know, I'm tired of complaining about this. I know that Lunatics Unleashed is not a popular spin-off, but I don't know. There's something I like about them. Strebek asks Zillennial. Yeah, it's basically the middle ground between a millennial and a Gen Z person, which is where I've comfortably placed myself in. Because what I've come to discover is that I'm just simply either too young to enjoy like millennial stuff. There's plenty of just like there's a lot of things about like millennials that I'm like, no, I don't like. But then I see Gen Z stuff and I'm like, okay, no, now I'm too old for this. So I guess the best way to describe Zillennials are, I guess, people who grew up, let's say, with the GameCube, the DS, who grew up with the internet. Maybe had like a little bit of dial-up, but they pretty much like had regular broadband. They grew up with in the dawn of Wi-Fi, of course. I'm gonna say CDs and DVDs. Yeah, because like millennials are nostalgic for VHS, right? Well, I would say that I'm nostalgic for DVDs. And also VHS tapes. I did use VHS tapes when I was a kid. But you know. You know, the golden era of 2008. Stravik says, I know several people with crushes on Techie. Yeah, but we're like a rare bunch. Scrappy says, no, it's nothing to do with Lunatics Unleashed being hated. I haven't even watched it, to be honest. I just think of Wily more than Techie, I guess. That's perfectly fine, again. There's plenty more stuff. Oh, jeez! There's plenty more stuff involving Wily than Techie. Because, I don't know, I guess. He's just more... what's the word when something is ubiquitous? I hate that word. Ubiquitous. Barbecue. Shrevik says, it sounds better than Moomer. I'll give you that. Oh gosh. Shrevik says, I'm at the tail end of millennials myself. Yeah, I mean, same. We're kind of the same age. If you're 28, you might be around the zillennial era. Scrappy says, I'm Def Gen Z since I'm so young, but I got plenty of 2000s gold growing up. Also, Wook got Dum Dum. Wook says, root beer for woos. That's one of my favorite flavors, thanks. Strybeck says, VHS tapes and the like are a nice aesthetic. Do I prefer the convenience of modern tech? Same. Same. Oh, I need to check. Are the vines here already cut? Oh, jeez. Ah! Larvitar. Whoa! Ambushed. Scrappy says Wily is more likely to blush in my opinion, but anyway, hehe. Shrubbeck says omnipresent. It's that's a little bit dramatic for what I was going for, but I guess. Chip says the Wile E. Coyote versus Acme movie is coming soon. Yeah, it is. And funnily enough, I was the one to. Oh yeah, I can get rid of Cherim now, but I won't. I was the one to actually tell Scrappy about it. Ah! Stop following me. I'm glad these vines just stay down. Boing. Shrubbeck says, I'm 30. Chip says, I'm 29. Yeah, I'm gonna say that's the Zillennial era. I mean, again, if you're nostalgic for DVDs, that's pretty much all you need. Jeez. What? Oh, there you are. Hold on. Hold on tight. I'll get there. Ah. Scrappy says 19. Y'all are grandpas in my eyes. Woof. Hey. Oh, hi, Ruggiero. Hello. Ruggiero says hello. Hi. It's Ruggiero, the off-white something. Chip says they're here. Invisible. Omnipresent. Oh no! Don't bring that up. Oh no. Okay, for the server, I'm probably going to stream. I'm going to stream the Quarks for you people sometime. Maybe while we're waiting for like people to show up for a movie. Oh yeah, I'm probably gonna be announcing the movies for this Saturday. Tonight or tomorrow morning? I'm gonna hope for tonight. Wook says 18, the baby. Wook says, but I am nostalgic for CDs and Windows XP and CRT TVs. Yeah, that's Zillennial-ish. Scrappy says, I never grew up with VHS somehow. Okay, hi. The Shieldon appears to have bonded with Rick. Oh, you're a new partner? Oh, that's cute. Scrappy says, I never grew up with VHS somehow, but a lot of friends I used to know around my age somehow grew up with them. Maybe I'm lucky, or maybe I'm unlucky, who knows? Scrappy says, ah, yes, what a time. We need time travel for this kind of stuff. And Wook. Wook says, I had VHS tapes before I had internet. I had a lot of Disney movies on those. Me too. I have a big collection of VHS tapes. That's something else I want to do with you people eventually at some point on the server. I'm gonna bring up my VCR from downstairs. I'm gonna bring it up here, and we're gonna check some tapes that I have. Mostly, we're gonna check probably like the the commercials that they tacked onto like tapes before the movie. Those I think are the most interesting things that you can get out of those. Let's see. Oh, and some extra bonus features. Also, I used to record shows of cable TV on VHS tapes. Some wacky times where the year 2005 and 2006. Let's see. Scrappy says, I got my first VHS in like 2012 or so, and then I started like a mini collection. Then I gave up. Sure, Sheldon, you can come. Strybeck says, I remember when PC games were on CDs and it was standard practice to have CD-ROM drives on PCs. Same. Now if I need to use a CD or a DVD, I have to bust out like a drive that I have to plug into my desktop through USB. That's wacky. Scrappy says, CD-ROM games hit different. I am very aware of that. The problem is getting them to run in modern systems or even on like virtual boxes. Strybeck says, Fossil Buddies. Yeah, they were. That's cute. Chip says, those commercials were always so fascinating. Scrappy says, I would watch some of my Disney DVDs specifically just for the trailers/sneak peeks. Definitely one way to prove I was autistic, lol. There's a few like sneak peeks and trailers from VHS tapes that I have that are kind of rare, I would say. Also, some of them had like non-finalized dubs for Disney movies. Those are super weird. But yeah, okay, let's see. What other quests can I do? This one is in the Ranger School. This one is in Boyle Land. 2 in Boyle Land, okay. This one in Chicol Village. I think this one might be closest. The thing is, do I want to use my Staraptor to get all the way over there? Scrappy says, aren't Mexican Disney tapes like purple? Yeah, they are. How do you know that? Although, why am I surprised? Of course you would know that. It's a thing. Oh boy, I think it's... Yep, okay, hold on. That's my alarm. Okay, it's time, I think. It's gonna be time very, very soon for me to take my my BRB. Let me just check if everything is set and set and done. Let's see. Scrappy says, I remember seeing a Baby Einstein Mexican tape that was purple. Interesting. Chip says Boy Land, like BOI. Okay, let's see. I do not want to take like the whole hour. I'm just going to peek and I'll let you know when I have to go. Just for a bit. Just for a little bit. But not yet. Okay, so Chicol Village. I believe I can go there? Let me check. Yeah, okay. How far is Chicol from here? Where's the map? Oh, it is very, very far away. So I think I'm definitely using... Oh, not here? That's fun. When can I do this? Okay, can I use him here? No? Oh. Oh, it's happening. Oh, I see it. It's happening. You can't see it. I'm seeing it on my TV. The thing that I need to BRB for. Jeez. Okay, I wonder when this will happen. Yeah, that's gonna be difficult. Strawbeck says, one thing from the 90s that I have the weirdest nostalgia for is how a lot of recorded music sounded in VHS tapes or CD-ROM games. Scrappy says, recorded music? Like the quality they were compressed to? Scrappy says, or like maybe it just had a kind of vibe? Strawbeck says, at Scrappy, I think it was a little of both, but mainly the compression. Also, wow! Wook just gave Scrappy like 3 months of sub for the channel. What the actual F? Wow. Scrappy says, Wook. Just W dash dash question mark, which is the best way to describe how I feel as well. Okay, where can I take the ride? Can I take the ride here? Okay, thank freaking goodness. Okay, I need to go back to the Chicolé. I swear, if that is like, hey, I need you to get me something from the Union, I'm gonna cry. Where's that? There you are. A newspaper reporter named Hans came by the house earlier. He left his pen behind. I'd like you to return it to him. Okay. The newspaper reporter, Hans, he said he was off to cover Ultra Inc. Oh boy, gotta fly there. Well, let's see if I can find the Star Raptor. Oh. But Scrappy said, I'm gonna like blush to death if you guys feel any heat coming from your screen. Y'all know why. And then a blushy face. Oh, slash. Oh. Please tell me there's a Star Raptor. Yes. Thank you. Whoa. Nice. Wook says, hehehe, I do that just for the badge. I am selfish. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Okay, so I am looking at the thing that I have to, like, deal with. So I think I'm gonna... when the thing that needs me to go away happens, I'm going to run. Hopefully I can set up the BRB, but I'm going to run. Not yet, but I will. Strybeck says, is this going to be a General White situation where you chase him up and down Almia? I hope not. Scrappy says at Wook, I thought it was because you like to torture me and make me all blushy. Huh. Oh, hold on. Please tell me you didn't hear that sneeze. So what was the quest again? Where do I need to go? Is it in Ultra? Ultra Inc. Okay, so it's great. I think we're gonna move a lot faster now. We're gonna move a lot faster. Where's Ultra building? There we go. Oh no! Crap. Oh boy. Regina says that was a cute sneeze. Shavik says cute West sneeze. Chip says pichu. Scrappy says it was like kichu. And then a surprise face, and then oh, it's the best way I can pronounce that. Well, thanks. Hi, Rick. Do you have a story for me? No. Here, take this. We are uncomfortably close. Why are we so close? Instead of a story, Hans got his pen back. Oh, hey. This is my pen. Where was it? Oh, I left it at your place? Thanks for taking the time to return it. Actually, I was visiting with your father to get an interview. I'll be honest, he's a man of few words. It was hard trying to get him to open up. That is, until the topic switched to you, then he came forth with stories galore. It was as if I were talking to a different person, actually. He told me I'm proud of my son. You know, I'd like to interview you for a story sometime. Oh no, will you look at the time? I'm scheduled for another interview, so I have to run. Thanks for my pen. That's gonna be me in a few minutes. It's like, I gotta run! But yeah, don't worry, I'll be gone for like 5, 10 max. So just like stay entertained or something. Did that complete the quest? I don't think it did. Nope, I need to go back to that probably. So that means another Staraptor. But honestly, this is so much better than like running through the region. I just don't know where to find. Yeah, I was just saying I don't know where to find Staraptor. Okay, I need to memorize the Staraptor locations. Crap, that was a waste of time. Woke says at Scrappy, of course I like to do it. I do like to torture you and make you blush. I could give that sub to anyone, but you are the best target, wehehe. Scrappy says, I could just give you a giant hug right now, you're too awesome. Scrappy says, first someone gives me Nitro randomly, then I get a gift sub. This is why I love being a furry. Scrappy, never ever lose that what's that? That spark of childish delight. In a good way. You have the spirit that Figment would be proud of. Alright, let's see. You made that reporter Hans then? Good job. There is my thing now. Okay, cool. Okay, hold on. Let's see. This could be me going. Let's see. Oh, it's not. Okay, never mind. I'm good. Not yet. Okay, not yet. I still have some time. I know it's weird, like me, like telling you this, being like, oh no, not yet. Oh, maybe no. Yep. No. You'll understand why when you're older. It's not a sex thing. Scrappy says, you guys, life is so good because of y'all. You know what? We should just like hook up some wires to Scrappy and just use like his positivity as an energy source. Okay, let's see. There's a couple of quests in Boyland, and there's one in the Ranger School. Can I fly to the Ranger School? Let's find out. Wook says it is just a sub. It literally gives you nothing. I mean, it gives me money, so I'm not complaining. Who's complaining? Not me. Wook says it only helps out Ricolas. Scrappy says, I know, but I'm just flustered and flattered. Didn't expect it at all. You should be flustered and flattened. But no, yeah, no, it's all good. It's all good. Wook, don't be mean. Where's the newspaper? I'm gonna hit you with the newspaper. Don't be mean. Just let them. let Scrappy be happy. Don't Scrappy. Be happy. Sorry. Okay, I got the Staraptor. Can I go? Actually, is Ranger School that far? It's not. I don't think it's that far away. Yeah, no, it's not that far away. I don't think I'm gonna waste one. It's just a few screens here. It's this way. Then this way. I'm not even gonna say hi to those guys. I barely know them. Oh, there's another Staraptor there. Good to know. Scrappy says, speaking of Possum's energy, if you wire him up, all the blush and positivity could create a second Big Bang. Oh no, that's too much. We don't want that amount of energy. That is a lot. Open. Ooh, secret rock. Wait, did I ever open the secret rock? I don't remember opening the secret rock. Okay, who needs me again? I heard my back. Oh, Janice. Janice. I think Janice is in the second floor, right? She's the school mom. And she's the cool mom. Yeah, there she is. Oh, wait, hold on. Let's see. I think this might be my moment. Chip says, God damn it, Janice. Oh, wait, no, not yet. Okay, not yet. Not yet. I'm just like, I'm on edge here. Sorry. Oh, hi, Rick. You're just what the doctor ordered. I was raking the leaves in the schoolyard when my poor back stiffened up on me. I've already gathered the leaves up in piles. I just need someone to burn them for me. Would you burn the piles of leaves? Yes. Oh, you would? I feel so privileged. I really do. Okay, I hope there's something to burn things here. Where can I find Pokemon that burn leaves? No, I'm good. I just don't know what Pokemon I'm gonna use for this. Like, where do I find the fire types? This music is adorable. Oh wait, there was a Charmander, I think, somewhere around here, but I don't remember where. Werewolf. Okay, that's Bidoof. There's a bunch of piles here. Oh, there we go. There we go. I am on edge here. I am edging. 'Cause it's scary. Not knowing when I need to like be gone and be thought. Chip says, Char! I'm just in position to run right now. Chip says, Edge Weasel. I don't need the duo because I can run. Scrappy says, at Chip. Just the big face. The face that I don't know how to describe. Scrappy, can you tell me what sound that face makes? I need to be sure. I need to be certain. How many Charmander am I gonna lead? mean, need. It's a me, Mario. Oh yeah. Did anybody watch the direct this morning? The freaking Wonder direct. It's wonderful. And the Wowie Zowie. And the elephants. Where's the leaves? House of Leaves. Here's one. Scrappy says, I just call it 8A. The sound it makes is, you don't want to know. Scrappy says, I can't even do the sound myself anymore. I could like maybe 2 or 3 years ago. Chip says, elephant. There's one pile left. Okay. Just one more. Char! Char! Where's Char? Where did Char go? Oh, Char. Chip says, I love the bubble power-up. I hope you mean in Super Mario Bros. Wonder, because the bubble in this game sucks. Wook says, House of Leaves. Rick would love that book. Wook, that is literally my favorite book. I thought you knew. Alright, where's that damn leaf pile? Oh, here it is. I found the leaf pile. Wook says, I did not know, but I expected that. Yeah, I'm kooky and wacky. Of course, my favorite book is the one that is like gimmicky and weird. It makes sense. You burned the piles of leaves? Thank you so much, dear. I know you're very busy. Thanks to you, I got to rest my back a bit. It's not hurting as much anymore. Okay, bye. Where can I find a Staraptor? Oh wait, I still have a Staraptor. Read me calling. Your quest is confirmed cleared. Oh, that's new. You're going strong, Rick. I'll transmit the power-up data right away. Although she may have chimed in earlier and I just didn't know. Time assist? Okay. Time assist A. Slightly extends the Poke assist time. It could be useful. Okay. The other quests I below, they are all in the boy town. Boy land. Sorry. There's a Pokemon you must capture for me. I hope it's something that I don't have to, you know, leave and then come back for. Or I'm going to cry. And not in a fun way. Who's asking for this? Nani? Okay, so this guy is like an explorer. 1 second. 1 sec. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can do that. Okay. Yeah, okay, let's go to Boil Land. Oh, I get it. It's called Boil Land because it's a volcano. It's boiling. Ah. I'm dumb. I'm baby. Scrappy says jar of Whis tears. No. Scrappy says boil land? Yoil land? Question mark, question mark, question mark? Chip says, is it time? No, not yet. Not yet. Chip says, yeah, Chip just sent a dumb Rick. Wook says, Weasel brain hurts. Excuse you? Oh! I didn't even notice the Staraptor attacking me, but you know what? I'm gonna need one later, so might as well just catch one now. This is a good and convenient one. What the actual fuck am I looking at? Sorry, I'm seeing something on TV that I do not understand. Okay, I'm gonna have to research this later because it's absolute nonsense. I'm gonna leave that for later, for me, for later, for me. Wook says, no, wait, no, Scrappy says the Staraptor noise literally sounds like that one video of a hawk screaming at someone's glass door. I don't think I've seen it. Okay, if I'm not mistaken... Oh boy! Wow, somebody's on crack. Here you are. Ranger, if I may, I wish to ask you to go on a quest for me. More than just an explorer, I am a collector of exquisite fragrances. Though my collection is extensive, I like the effervescent aroma of muck. Effervescent. Effervescent. Okay, does anybody remember Tumblr? I think I don't need to say anything more. For the people who know. If you know, you know. What the fuck? If you know, you know. It's effervescent. Oh, Scrappy linked the video, I think. Like, oh, yeah, Scrappy linked the video of the screaming hawk at door. Hawk at door. That sounds like a name, a last name, hawk at door. Scrappy says, maybe it's just me, but they sound kind of similar. I am pretty sure like Staraptor is just supposed to be like a generic bird of prey. Is that what they're called? What's a bird of prey? I feel like I'm just saying that. And then Wook sent 3 like laughing rigs. Okay. Oh, okay. Scrappy just clipped the video and titled it essentially opening quote comma comma apostrophe period comma apostrophe. I don't know what that is. Scrappy says couldn't think of a name. Well, that's not telling me anything. Can somebody tell me what that clip is about? Well, any weasel effervescent. This is between you and me, but I have it on good authority that a muck was seen. The place inside the volcano cave. I want to entrust you with the capture of the muck. Do you accept? Oh, I think I know where it is. How wonderful. Wonderful! I'll leave you to it. All that I ask is that you capture and bring me a muck. Scrappy says you laughing at the effervescence. So, okay, does anybody know? Does anybody remember effervescent, whatever, all that stuff? Am I going crazy? Please tell me you remember. Where's the Tumblr people at? Scrappy says, I just thought it was such a silly little laugh, I had to clip it. Okay, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, or rather laughing about, just Google effervescent Tumblr. Okay. I think Muck is all the way to the end. But it shouldn't be that far away. Chip says, lucky it's a Muck and not a Macargo. Woke says, I am not from Tupler. I am from VK. Oh yes, cause you're Russian. You Russian. Comrade Volk. What be the happenings? Sorry, I'm making fun. I'm making fun of you in front of you. Wait, you said you could take it. You said you were fine with it. Oh, Scrappy says VK. Vonky Kong. I love that. Schreibeck, thanks for the clip of Effervescent. Okay, that one at least I can understand. That one I have the context of. That's great. Thank you. It's gonna be a while, I think, before my BRB happens, because this thing is slow, is the best way I can put it. This is very slow. Scrappy says, how did I not even think to just name it that? Scrappy says, blame my brain, my smooth possum brain. I want to grab this Scrappy brain, which is smooth, and just like give it a rub because of how smooth it is. Jeez! Magmar, help! I mean, no, not help. I mean, go Magmar, away. Okay, I think this is the cave, right? Wait, Muck was behind the, Oh boy. Ah! Muck was behind Muck was behind, Muck was behind the cursed cave, right? Then I need to get myself a Drifloon. Chip says, don't forget to post your clips in the server's clip channel. Yeah, don't forget. Don't forget, because we do compile them later. And that way helps, like, people who did not come to the stream, like, check out the memes. And the people who did come to the stream, get to do the stuff. Get to watch the stuff. Get to see the fun hijinks. Here's the Muck. Okay. Jeez, okay. Perfect. Great use of the charge. Scrappy says, I wonder how he'd feel about his brain being rubbed. Sensory overload? Pain? Maybe it's like a heavenly massage? I know that brains don't have, like... Brains don't really have, like, nervous terminals. Like, brain can't feel. But, I mean, well, the brain is all nerves, but you know what I mean. It can't feel. Because it's not supposed to be able to feel. But he's a toony possum, right? So that means maybe I can recall a few cartoon characters that do like that can actually feel stuff on their brain. Oh, the ship's gone. Can I? Ah, I have to backtrack all the way. Groan. Strybeck says I should do that more often too. Scrappy says, shit, should I send my other clips? Is there like some place on Twitch where I can find all the clips I made? Yes, you can. You can find them in your I think your settings? Your video manager? Can somebody find that out for me? Chip says, time to get off that muck cum. Scrappy says, all that brain talk makes me wanna get trepanned. I like that. Scrappy says, but yes, Possum has zero real life logic. Reject realism, embrace tune. Shark says, whenever I think of muck, I'm reminded of the one in Pokemon Snap that's like, muck. I gotta say, I honestly do not remember. I did play Pokemon Snap long time ago. Like the original. Muck is not in new Pokemon Snap, right? I don't remember it being there. Do I have Drifloon? Oh crap! I could have taken the shortcut. It's fine. I don't need the shortcut. Actually, maybe I do need the shortcut. I think I need the shortcut! Yeah, cause how do I go back? Crap. I need the shortcut. Scrappy says, once I get the time, I'll see if I can send my other clips in the server. Scrappy says, go to creator dashboard. There should be a thing on the left labeled clips. That's good, thank you. That's useful! Okay, Drifloon, I need you to get out of here. I need to get out of the stupid cave. Also, you know what's really funny? I was made a top ranger, and I think I can only still have only 4 like captured Pokemon. I think that is very silly. Look at this nonsense. I need you. I'm gonna say, Cherim, it's time for you to go. I can find other tackle Pokemon. Your purpose has been fulfilled. Alright, I can leave. Thank you. Sharpix says, so what is the earliest I should post my clips of you from? Oh man, are you... Don't just clip dump, though. That's gonna... Yeah, so here's the thing. I don't want the clip channel to just get swamped by, like, very old clips. So I'm not sure how to do this. Because I would ideally want to have the new ones. Here's the thing. I can actually, not sure if you people know this, but I can actually see the clips you've made of my streams. I have them all, actually. I can see every single clip that's been made of my streams. That it still exists, at least. The ones that still exist. I can access them at any time. So, I'm really not in a worry of finding clips and stuff. How do you think I find the clips of your... How do you think I find the clips that you've made of my games when I'm doing like the year on streams thing? I do look up through the clips you've made. But yeah, let's make it so that ideally now, when you make a clip, just post it on this server. Just make clip, post on server. Also, yes, my heart is going insane right now. Mostly because I'm stressed and I'm like ready to bolt at any second. Ah, you've done it! This stench is overpowering. I expected no less from a muck. Let me collect a sample of this stench in this jar. Like so. Okay. Shine. Ranger, I thank you for accepting, then completing my noxious quest. And Muck, I thank you for providing me with your otherworldly fragrance. Squish. I will return to my journey seeking new aromas now. May our paths cross again. Da-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba. Okay. Read me. Strebik says, at Scrappy, I just watched that vid. It does sound like a Star Raptor. Scrappy says, my first clip is a month old or so. I have 10 clips in total. Scrappy says, at Strebik, I know, right? I heard it immediately and was like, hang on. Strebik says, Squasho. But yeah, okay. So, I'm getting there. Okay. Who's the next, person? Elder's granddaughter. I think I know where she is. She might be in one of the houses, but I don't remember which house. Not this one. Definitely not this one. Oh, here we go. Ranger, I wonder if you could help us with something. Late last night, a man came visiting. It turns out that he was from Team Dim's son, and he was starving. He was more Team Hungry son than anything. Hold on. No, I'm not going yet. I'm, yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Sorry. Strebik says Team Hungry son, and then the ate up face. Scrappy says, okay, I gotta stop with that face. Well, you know, remember that you're responsible for the stuff you post because I gotta read it, and I gotta figure out how to read it. When I cooked up a meal for him, he started crying. So maybe Team Tiri-san? I'm not doing the laugh again. I asked him why he was so sad, and he poured out a story of woe. It seems he was left behind to guard the hidden harbor in the cave. But since then, the group apparently abandoned him. He's a disposable Team Dim trash. Wait. After he ate, the man thanked me over and over, then he left. I tried to stop him, but he went back into the cave by himself. Well, good riddance to that. Grandpa, that's not nice. I feel sorry for him being there all alone. Please, Ranger, can you go check on that man? Thank you for accepting. You do know where the hidden harbor is, don't you? It's where Team Dim's son kept its cargo ship hidden. Hold on, I was just there. I didn't see anybody. Okay. I guess we're going through the cave again. This is why I wish the game would let you pick more than one quest. I really hope it's like a limitation, like a RAM limitation, instead of just like a hard limit, just for the sake of it, because that's super annoying. Strebik says Team Indifferent Son from Mario Maker. Strebik then did the phase dash underscore dash. Chip says Team Yum Cha. Okay, let's see you. Recharge me on the way out. Thank you. Okay, I guess I'll die. These quests are absolutely wacky. It would be really funny if Drifloon just dropped me on top of the char. I know I need one of these, so I'm just gonna catch it now. I'm keeping an eye out on the thing. It's not happening yet. It's not happening yet, but it's getting close. The longer we go, the closer it gets. If that makes any sense. It doesn't. But if that makes any sense, and it doesn't, I'm gonna have to like bolt. And I want you all to pray for me, so I don't, you know, fall down a flight of stairs. Because I can trip. I am very clumsy. I'm a very clumsy wheeze. Okay, fine, Magmar, you got me. I got you, more like. Oh, they give you extra points for charging. That's good to know. That's a humst moment. Okay, I know. Okay, yeah, it's just all the way through. Okay, where's that guy? Where's Dim Sum? What? Crush. Crush. Do I have a crushy boy? I do have a crushy boy. This was not here like less than 10 minutes ago. Oh, another crush. Crap. Burn. Oh, perfect. Muck, it's your destiny. To break a box, yes. That is your destiny. Hey! If you bust crates, they get broken. Uh-huh. Hey, I know you. You're that ranger who took off on our cargo ship while I got left behind. Take this. Really? This is extracurricular, Dim Sum. I am not having that. Stravik says, oh, you want to know what I think? I think that guy didn't exist until you accepted the quest about him. No. No, that can't be. Worst came to worst. My partner ran off, and day after day I was left all alone. I was so lonely. I admit it. I didn't think I had any chance of beating you. But it did make me happy to see you come for me. In fact, I'm overjoyed someone knows I'm here. What? The cargo ship ran aground? No wonder it never came back for me. Ranger, can you do a favor for me? Can you take me to that lady who was kind enough to feed me? I'd like to at least thank her before I leave this island for good. Alright. Stravik says, and that's why you didn't see him the first time? Oh! I am so happy this game didn't make me backtrack. Thank you. Oh, hello. It's the Dim Sum man. Are you hungry again? Yes, eat. I can't believe how kind you've been. I'm hungry, but I feel too choked up to eat. I'm glad things worked out. But you do owe this ranger your thanks for going out to get you. So what are you going to do now? If you have nowhere to go, you can stay with us until you've decided. That's what you should do. Snivel. I didn't know there were people so kind-hearted in the world. I love reading that as Snivel. I have no love for Team Dim Sum. But you're merely a hungry man who could go for some dim sum. Wait. We need more than just that. Okay, sorry, I'm done. I'm done with the stupid sound effects. I'm sorry. So the game acknowledges it. That's great. That's great. That's lazy, but that's great. Shrek says roll credits. Wow, that was a voice crack. Roll credits. I need this. Actually, I need this as a screenshot. Hold on. 1 second. Screenshot. There we go. Quit sniveling and eat. Thank you. Ranger, this man had a change of heart for the good long ago. We'll take care of him. You have nothing to worry about. Ba-da-ba-da. Okay. Read me calling. Your quest is confirmed clear. Scrappy says the whole team must have felt so good about themselves when they came up with that. Like the dev team, right? Oh, recovery? What? Restores the styler energy by 1 point after a successful capture. That's useful. I like that. I'm almost certain that Keith right now is like, why are you bringing me to all these? What are we doing here? And this is where I just laugh. I laugh like a laugh track. Scrappy says, yeah, dev team or writer team or translation team or whatever it may have been. Sharek says the writers and or translators at least. I mean, weren't they the ones that came with the name Dim's son to begin with? So of course they had to make the joke. They had to. And then Chip just sends 3 laughing Ricks. For some reason. Also, hi Drohan, hello. Drohan says, hey, I just made it. The winning weasel, you caught the Pokemons? No, Drohan, you're wrong. You're wrong. This game is not about catching them. It's about friendship and the loop-de-loops. Obviously. Stravik says, never mind. Absolutely the translators. The Japanese script calls them the Yame Dark gang. Wow! That's even worse. Oh, Yami. Yes. Oh, okay, actually, maybe the joke works in Japanese as well, you know, because yummy in his tummy. Shavik says it's about ranging them. Yep. Scrappy says dark. Oh yeah, I'll take Dim Sun over that any day. Chip says your yummy Kirby ass. Wow. Okay. Okay, so I need to go where? The east of Outro Park. So I guess I need to fly to Outro Park. It's so convenient to just be able to fly. Sorry, I'm drinking water. Rohan says it's about emotionally manipulating your Pokemon to have them do your bidding. In a way. Sherbeck says, but it's probably one of those Ted Woolsey situations where they had found a similar pun in English. Sherbeck says maybe Dim's son was called that just for that pun. Honestly, that makes a lot of sense. Cause yeah, if the original name was Yami, and maybe they had a pun like that in Japanese, the English team was like, yummy, we should make a food pun. And they were like, what food pun? And they were like, okay, what are we doing? What's their thing? Darkness? Okay, so darkness, light, dimness, maybe dim. And then they were like, oh, like dim sum? Oh shit, yes, Dim's son. That's the name. I wish I could meet the translation teams that did this, because that's wonderful. Scrappy says, I heard that Staraptor and immediately pulled up the Hawk video on my phone. Almost choked on my dinner laughing at that. Damn it. Scrappy, no, don't die in the middle of my stream or else I'll be responsible. Everybody knows that's how that works. Oh, why am I going down? It's a whole new world to see. Oh fuck! I didn't know it was gonna launch like that. Whoopsie. Scrappy says, I'm at 2 and I can't and then just dead face. X_X. Shrebek says, puns are supposedly one of the hardest things to translate. They are. As somebody who has attempted translation and localizing, it's really, really hard. I got a whole movie that I haven't not finished, but I want to translate. It's one of my goals. I just haven't found the time to do it. But like it has an insane amount of what? Hold on. Okay, sorry. I just saw something. Hold on. I need to write it down. Okay, got it. Okay. Thank you for waiting. Scrappy says, I feel like it's possible if you get someone with like a really creative mind. Yeah, but no, the movie I'm trying to do is like, it's just chock full of Mexican puns and jokes. It's gonna be so hard, but I'm gonna try my freaking best to translate them. Strebek says, at Scrappy, given your species, how do I know you're really dead? Oh yeah, with the dead face? And Scrappy says, LMFAO. Love that. Staraptor. Oh, Ponyta. Okay, hold on. Whoa! Whistle. New Pokemon. Ooh, a tree. Burn, electrify. There's stuff in these trees and I don't know what it is. The Chroma Highlands? Walk north, up, walk, keep walking. Oh, this needs like a big cut. I don't have a big cut. Tackle 1. Yeah, I don't have tackle. Chip says, I love the pink Rolla Koopa so much. Oh yeah, from Wonder. I like them. Jeez. That is scary. Oh. Oh, Girafarig is tackle. Okay. Let's try that. It's Ninjask. Why are you running? Whoa! What? Whoa, okay. Okay, this one definitely needs charge. It's the only way to do it. That's 2 cut. It's not 3 cut, but it's 2 cut. Fascinating. To be fair, I am curious. I will say, on what the other tree has. Maybe it has another Ninjask. Whoops. Okay. Burn 2, burn 1. Bye. Okay, let's try. If it has another Ninjask, I'm gonna cry. Pikachu? That ain't special, I already have a Pikachu. It's just a recharge. Big deal. Nuzleaf! From the Nuzleaf challenge. Whatever. Scrappy says, you said you're gonna cry like 3 times on the stream. Let it all out, man. Let it all out. I cry on my own. And only over my husbandos. My favorite characters make me cry. Another one? I know I don't need to catch it. But might as well. Scrappy says, I know, I hate crying weasels. It makes me wanna cry 2 times harder. Chip says, you cried when we were watching Bluey the other week. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, that was a thing. It's, you know. It was understandable. It was a very special episode. You know that. Come on, it's Bluey. What? Chip says, so was I. Sharvik says, apparently Dim's son is called Equipo Pocalux in Spanish. Yeah, that literally means little light, or just a little bit of light. I'm trying to think what kind of a food pond could be done from that. Scrappy says, I said JK, not IK. Oh, I see it. Sorry, I was sitting away, like far away from my monitor. So, it's, I don't know. I couldn't see it, sorry. So Scrappy meant JK, I hate crying weasels. Scrappy says, but I guess that works as well, lol. It does. I'm checking stuff. Huh. One moment. Huh. Okay, hold on. I need to check something. I need to check something. Just a moment. Just a second. Ah, I'm here. Mm. Strebek says every language calls them something related to darkness or low light except German, which calls them Team Nackschaden, Nightshade. Strebek says which is technically darkness related but refers specifically to the Nightshade family of plants. It sounds nicer though. Okay, give me. Okay, so time to come clean on this. Well, not I'm not coming clean, but I'm letting you know. The thing I was going to BRB for, apparently did not happen. It did not happen. So, this is me, not like telling you, yep, okay, that didn't actually happen. It was supposed to happen. I was certain it was gonna happen. I was told it was gonna happen, and it didn't. In the end, it just didn't. So, well, I guess, yeah. One sec, cause something else happened, which is the charger for my gamepad is tangled under my chair, like super tangled. I don't know how that happened. There we go. Strebek, no. Wook says Rick was about to go in labor. It does sound like that, right? It sounds like just okay. So just imagine the weasel just like crouching and just being like, oh no, no, wait, no, never mind, no, oh no, no, never mind. This was the Rick was going to lay an egg episode, I guess, of the stream. Chip says weird. Scrappy says, building up anxiety and then nothing happening is like the worst. That happened to me a lot in school. Scrappy says, at work, I was thinking he was hatching a baby weasel from an egg or something. And then a surprised face. I mean, you know, the weasel does lay eggs canonically, so it could have happened. But it didn't. Here's the thing though. I will definitely be taking my BRB. Just a small one. So I'll be right back. It's like, give me a minute or two. It's fine. I just need to check something first. Where are you, Scooby Dooby Doo? Where are you? I can't find this shit thing. Perfect. That works. Chip says the egg got stuck. No, it didn't. I mean, maybe. Strybeck says one egg or a whole clutch. I just one. Well, no, actually, it tends to be a clutch. Why are you asking me about my eggs right now, right here, right in front of my salad? Just because it doesn't look very clean, I'm going to disable the Ranger layout for a bit, and I'm gonna set the BRB thing. Scrappy says, I meant like less like laying eggs and more like watching one in an incubator thingy. Scrappy says, be the BRB soul. I'm gonna be the BRB soul, so I will BRB. Hold on. One sec. Also, I'm gonna go get some water, because mine ran out. BRB. Hello? Hello, it's me, the BRB cell. I'm back cell. And I got water. And I peed. There. Ta-da. Whoa, 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 no. Why are you opening the browser? That was weird. Regis says back still, and Woke says Ricolas is back. He peed. Scrappy says Weasel come back still. Chip says Woosie returns. I know it. Like I take so few VRBs on my streams, mostly because they're not warranted. My streams are very short. That when I do them, they're legendary. I know. Scrappy says, I wonder if Whistle Pea is the lemonade that I drank at the fair the other day. Scrappy says, actually no, that was the worst thing I've ever said. I'm glad you recognize it. But yes, I got myself some water. Why am I homing? No home screen. But yeah, I'm back. And I brought water and a single slice of cheese. So I went into the fridge to get my water, and I said, I'm kind of hungry, like what can I snack on? And then I checked the fridge and I saw like what basically amounts to Kraft singles, but white ones. These are white. Instead of being yellow, these are white. And I said, yeah, why not? So I just snagged one of those and I brought it. And here I am. It's a live unboxing of slice of cheese. Of square of white cheese. So this is the rat side of the weasel coming back. Now I will proceed to nom on this cheese. Yeah. Johan says, hydrated weasel is healthy-ish weasel. Scrappy says, healthy-ish? Scrappy says, also yes, literally anything cheese is pretty much the best thing to snack on when you don't know what to eat. I used to have like mozzarella sticks, but we ran out a while back. And they are kind of hard to get in Mexico. At least in bulk. Rohan says, so is the cheese is to satisfy the rat side? I guess a little. I got a little bit of rat in me. But yeah, it's cheese. It's good. I like cheese. I'm a cheese fiend. Chip says point white, and then sent it sent the Lord Farquaad meme thing, which I love. It's one of my favorite memes. But yes, I got my cheese. I'm having just a little bit of cheese. But yeah, you know what they say. Always pack a snack a month in advance. Sorry, obscure references. I wish Bobo was here. He would get that reference. Sneaking around really works up your appetite. More obscure reference. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, I don't need 2 no sleeps, so I'm just gonna get rid of 1. Actually, I don't even know what is Ninjask. Ninjask is cut 2. Okay, I got a fairly diverse team. Whoa, nope. What are you? Ponyta. Flaffy. Sudowoodo. Bro. Oh no, Sudowoodo, no. No, I need to soak you. How do I soak you? I can't soak you. Maybe if I attack all these tree. I'll get something. Get me a Soki. Oh, it's a combi. I don't need a combi. That was a waste of my time. I need a Soki boy. Please give me one. Scrappy says, at Rohan, as a possum who looks kinda rat-like, I can agree that I have a bit of rat side that I satisfy with cheese. Scrappy says, but I can assure you I am not a rat. I'm a possum. Not rat. Not mouse. A possum. Rohan says, I am a bear. I can eat anything, lol. Scrappy says, I'm very picky. I tend to eat like the same things over and over. I'm working on it though. But even when I try something new, it just tends to be a variation on something I already like. I mean, same. I think that's a fairly like a neurodivergent thing. No need to be ashamed about it. I gotta say, I used to be a fairly more varied on things I used to eat. But ever since I had my health crisis, I had to pretty much cut back on a bunch of meals. And by doing that, I pretty much had to consolidate to 6 or 7 meals. So now, the food that I eat is the same 6 or 7 meals. Which is, it sounds bad, it sounds boring, it sounds like torture, but it's really not. Because the meals I got are like very, I like them. I like them. They're healthy and I like them. I just eat them over and over as a way to pretty much like regulate my caloric intake. I have a it's not a strict diet because I do snack. It's like, oh, I just had my very healthy lunch / dinner because I don't know what to call the food I would have at 5 p.m., which is when I eat. Luncheon? Something. So yeah, as like, okay, I just had my very healthy meal. Now I'm gonna go into the kitchen and get a bowl of ice cream, and I'm gonna put like magic shell on it and maybe whipped cream. Yeah, because like I still snack. It's true, I snack. I minimize my intake of sugars with drinks though, so I tend not to have sugary drinks if I can help it. It's just a very small thing to do. Scrappy says, my parents and other people IRL are always like, how do you not get tired of eating that? Scrappy says, I just don't. Simple, I like it. That's why I eat it all the time. Occasionally there'll be food that I do get tired of, but it's typically because I ate one that tasted weird or stale or something, and then I fear that the rest are like that. I absolutely and completely get that. In my case, if I stop eating something, it's because I've had it too much. It tends to happen often with candy. I'm like, oh, this candy is the best candy ever and I love it. And I want to have it forever, so I just buy it in bulk. And then I immediately regret it by the time I've had like 10 pieces of it. Because, surprise, having too much of something will make you get tired of it. It happened to me with Kinder Bueno, if anybody knows those. I had like a ton of Kinder Bueno because I bought them in bulk some time ago. And I got so tired of them. Oh man, this Dodrio is fun. Draw a line to form a big orb of energy. Pause it. Damn it. Why is this Dodrio so hard? jeez, okay. Okay, I need to be careful. Okay, that's scary. Okay. How did it lose all its power? Okay, this Dojo is like starting to like piss me off. Scrappy says that too, it's usually a mix. Scrappy says, oh yeah, it happens with candy especially, that's such a mood. Chip says, Kinder no bueno. Scrappy says, please don't let this be the next Drapion. I can't help it. It's paused. I press the pause menu. I put it in the pause menu. Wait, pause means it's not doing its attack. Wait, no, it did do its attack. Okay, I have no idea what just happened. Fuck. Okay, I suck balls at this. Okay, I don't like this. I'm out of here. Clearly I suck at this. Have you seen the dark mist? It is a mist, but instead of it being white or even gray, it's pitch black. What kind of unnatural phenomenon is that? Still, maybe the dark mist can be lifted with the help of Pokémon. This dojo is probably one of the worst. Actually, there's a Pikachu right here. If I can catch it without dying, I should be able to recover. Shreppy says, not your fault, blame the game for making it so really tricky. Wook says, I do not know if it's a real Spanish candy, but I tried El Toro balls a bit ago. No, it's not. We don't have that. Okay, recharge me, daddy. Okay, it's not a lot, but it's something. Okay, I'm gonna go in. And I'm gonna come out. And there's Pikachu again. I really don't know what to do with Dodrio. How do I catch it? How do I catch it? Also, I just noticed I did not turn the layout back on. I'm so sorry about that. I'm baby. Okay. Where's Dodrio? Working hard, Ranger? Things are tough all over, it seems. Yeah. Oof. Oof. With this much dark mist being pumped out, no trespasser will get very far. Wow, who goes there? I can't see your face, but I can do this. Send out Pokemon suitable for the dark. Tika-taka, tika-tika-tapa, and enter. I can't read today. Whoa. There we go. Sorry for sucking at this game. Explode. You know, they can complain about the Gigaremo units all they can, all they want, but at least they didn't break when using them. So, who is the loser here? Yeah. Let's see. You unseeable trespassers, you're not getting away with this. Okay, bye. Voicemail, voicemail, it's me, Hastings. We're getting abnormal signals from your stylers, Rick and Keith. What seems to be the matter? This is Keith. A dark mist is covering the Chroma Highlands. We think that's the cause. I see, it appears your stylers are having to seek radio signals in that dark mist. I would imagine your styler energy will drain quickly in the mist. Be sure to recharge your stylers often, both of you. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's not good. I never got this far in the game originally when I played this years ago. Cut 2 versus Cut 2. Scrappy says, speaking of that, I keep occasionally getting videos involving Mexico somehow and all I can do is think of the Wii's. Oh shit, I can lose. Skirmish should be able to clear this mist. Well, I don't know where they are. I need to find the Skarmory. Ha! In your face. Oh, I just tackle. Bye. I just caught you for the sake of completion. Oh, jeez! Okay, I'm losing. I'm bleeding profusely. Oh, tackle 2, tackle 2. Who had tackle 2? There should be a Pokemon somewhere that can get rid of Dark Mist. Who had tackle? Taurus. I need to catch the Gloom. The smelly flower was actually a wild Gloom. Smelly. Do it stink? Ding, ding. I think I'll go for a little bit longer. Just a little bit longer. Maybe until I can clear this area. Skarmory, Skarmory, Skarmory. Oh hey, good work with the mist. But you know, it doesn't matter how thick we make the mist, right? All it takes is one Pokemon with a move for clearing mist to blow it away. Is that true? Are you going to answer? Wait, are you two rangers? I can't see you to tell, so let me confirm it this way. If you're one of our guys, sorry. Really? Well, that was easy. Oh, also, I wanted to tell you something. I think I have a little bit of an unfair advantage by playing this version of the game on the Wii U. So you remember the DS, like any DS, I think DS original, like aka the fat one, DS Lite, DSi, DSi XL, even 3DS. how around, like, the bezel is surround the bezel. Okay, the screen, the touch screen is surrounded by a bezel that basically contains it, and you could only get the stylus as far as the edges of the screen. In this version of the game, because it's, imagine that the whole screen, like the black parts and all that you can see, imagine that's the Wii U gamepad. I can draw circles going outside of the borders, like going into the black zone, and they are not interrupted. They still count as having the stylus down. So I can actually draw circles wider than you could in the original consoles that this game was made for. So it's kind of better. You were Rangers after all. Good. Oop. I don't know why I did that. Is that a Rapidash? But yeah, I'll show you. I'll show you. This is me drawing a circle in the corner. This should not be possible in the original version of the game. Okay, this one feels like it's gonna be annoying too. Okay, I'm not doing that. I tried drawing a loop backwards, like in a counterclockwise direction, and that was a bad. Okay, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on! Don't lose it! There we go. Man, this game is starting to show its fangs. Oh, burn 3! I need burn 3, I think. Wait, did I need burn 3? No, I needed cut 3. What did I need burn 3 for? I vaguely remember needing burn 3 for something. But probably not. Oh, oop. I can't. Where is it? Skarmory! Were those the last of the Pokemon that can use area move demissed? What? Why you're not on our side. Not being able to see each other's faces is inconvenient, as I'll get out. Wait, what? Okay. Yeah, can we get this over with? Oh my goodness. Oh, these are annoying. All together. Bitch. Okay, this is gonna need some... Apparently this works against the Murkrow, but not against the others. Might as well use this. Okay, it doesn't work. I don't know how to use Poke Assists. I'm dumb. Crap baskets. Crap freaking baskets. Why did this game get so hard? This is so annoying. Sorry, I pressed the wrong button. Ah. Explode. We've hidden all the Pokemon with the mist. Heh, what do you think of that? Did you? Did you really? I don't think you did. Or maybe you did. The wood fence was cut up into tiny fragments by Gloom. There you are! Hello! Oh, there they are! They're coming out! Skarmory, where'd you go? Crap. Skarmory, where are you? Not here? Or maybe yes, here. I don't know. Are you up here? No, but this area is safe. These are the Chroma ruins? So where's Van? Tackle 3. The lower levels of the Chroma ruins form a giant maze, apparently. That's all you have to say? Okay, so I'm not supposed to be here yet. Maybe. I need to find Skarmory. There you are. Oh no, are you gonna be annoying? Shit. Wow, that's a lot of damage. Oof! That was bad. Imagine being left with one HP here, and then like being like, good job, you got him, and then you go back into the overworld and then 0. Crush, cut, electrify, burn. I think electrify is like a little bit redundant here. Or not useful at all. Yeah, okay, hold on. I'm demisting this. There, all clear. Alright, this will stop our stellar energy from draining. Okay, now I just need to find a recharge Pokey. Seems legit. Strange plant. Another Skarmory. Okay, Pikachu! Hey, Pika. What you doing, Pika? What you doing there? Can you recharge my stylus, please? I wouldn't be approaching you otherwise. Jeez! Oh, Skarmory. I don't need you, Skarmory. I'm just gonna flee from this. Why are you following me? Stop following me. Good enough. I was just checking the area according to the map just to make sure I didn't miss anything. Doesn't seem like I did. Bastion. Oh jeez. Oh, this one's gonna be annoying. Oh no. There we go. Chip says bap. That was the first time in a while where I have actually stuttered. Hey, it's your daddy, look! Shieldon, Bastion. Oh, that's a tackle 3. That's exactly what I needed. How convenient. Vile Plume. Okay, just for the sake of, you know, completion, I'll get another Bastion. Rohan says bap. Just because I wanted to get this one. Damn. Ah! There we go. Why did I press that? Cut 3! I was looking for cut 3. I'm gonna keep this cut 3. I think I'll adopt it and take it with me. Ouch. Ouch. There we go. That's how you do it. Why cut 2 when we have cut 3? Bye. Okay, what needed cut 3? I'm trying to remember. There was something that needed cut 3. I know that this thing needs tackle 3. So I'm just gonna get done with that. The gateway was moved by an enormous amount of power. That seems like a thing. I think I know where to use the cut 3. But for that, I need to head back from whence I came. So, hold on a sec. I'm doing this. Dodrio. Damn Sudowoodo. Yep. Cut 3. I don't know what this is for, considering, you know, there's like 2 paths here. It seems like a bit of a shortcut, but it's a very small one. Doesn't seem like it's worth it. You, I have my eyes on you. I kind of want to try Dodrio again, but I feel scared. Jeez. It's because otherwise my Pokédex is gonna be incomplete. Well, it's not a Pokédex, it's a Ranger Dex thingy. Come on. Okay, this bitch better stay in one place. Okay. Almost. Almost. There we go. Just gotta keep on trying till you ran out of cake. Yeah, I think it's about time. It's about time for me to be done here. I'm guessing that the next area is gonna be something. Just something, TM. What even is Dodrio? Tackle 2. It's not even that good. How full is my browser, I guess? They call it browser here. It's gonna be fun trying to like complete the browser. Okay, let's save here. Let's see. Is the next area Bigo? Please take care. Yeah, it's a whole thing. It supports Venad Ruins. If I'm not mistaken, oh, there's light shining through from the ceiling. I think there's another level up there. Hey, over there, there's a Drifloon. Drifloon. That means we can go up to a different floor from here. I have a bad feeling about this. Let's do this. Let's do this next week. I am so done now. Yeah. Yeah. I think I know this next area is gonna be long. So next time it'll be. Wish. But yep, that's it for now. It's been fun. That's how Rossi says either phone or fun. Weird British accents abound. But yep, okay, so I have no idea how close I am to the end of this game. According to my very trusty indicator, I'm gonna call it indicator, I am currently in, oh goodness, I am just before the halfway point. This game is longer than I remember it being. Well, I guess I'll keep playing it next week. It's fine. It's good to have something reliable to keep playing. Also, I think this is gonna be one of those games where I'm gonna have to keep going until I finish. Cause it's a game that if you stop playing, you risk like losing track of the story, losing track of how to play, and losing track of what you were doing. Chip says bye bye. We saw tomorrow. Strew me and weekend movies to come. Yeah, yeah. So tomorrow, what do we do tomorrow? Crap. What do we do tomorrow? I haven't planned anything for tomorrow. If anybody has ideas, you know, within the reason, within the confines of this Strew me for tomorrow, I'll take them. If I don't hear anything, I do have a fallback. Hey, fallback. But I'd rather not do the fallback if I can help it. Johan says Weasel signs out for the night. Yeah. Wook says bye Wheeze. And Scrappy says bye bye Wheezy. Love ya, have a good night. Colin 3. Yeah, love ya too. So yeah, I'll be back. Well, this game will be back next Tuesday. And I'll be back tomorrow with something else, I guess. We still need to decide. Leave it in the comments. And by comments I mean go to the server and just type it there. At least those of you who are familiar with the, you know, the flow of the stream and the games that I have. If nothing comes up, I'm just going to like bring up the fallback, as I said. So yeah, thank you very much for coming. Have a good night, have a good evening, afternoon, day, morning, or whatever you have on your side of the planet, and I'll be seeing you again very soon. Yay! This was Rick, that we so that you know. Signing off for now. Okay. Scrappy says bye. Heart with 2 number 3s. Alright, bye.